It's unplanned, so I'm just gonna let this roll for a second. Let some folks wander on in if they're curious. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, 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 peeps. Look at all these peeps. What's up? What's up? Hi. Oh, it's so nice to see all your faces. Uh, so welcome in, welcome in. How's everyone doing? We are in the middle of moving. It is a hot mess over here. It is like a box-tastic time. What's up, Summer? It's just boxes for days. Boxes for days. We are so close. The moving truck comes on Saturday, and we will be moving on out of Texas and moving to Portland. I'm really, really excited. And um, yeah, miss you folks. I can't believe it's like almost a year to the grand opening. Um, yeah, well, better moving than the summer anywhere except for like mountains. However, I do think that the weather is supposed to be good. That being said, uh, so yeah, I can't believe it's been a year. Um, almost. We'll be leaving on the 23rd, and the grand opening was the 27th, which is just insane. And yeah, it's just crazy. And so I hope that the folks in Portland at that org are ready for us. Um, I have started a job and I love it. And I'm doing what I um, spent my life working toward with respect to my PhD in educational research and measurement, um, working for the state. And I absolutely love every second of it. And like I truly could not be happier. I love the people I'm working with. I love the work that I'm doing. And it's nice to have that stability and to be working for a state that I'm really excited about. I know what a difference a year makes, right? So the reason that I wanted to come, thank you so much, on live today is to address a few things. What's up, Heather in the library? I will be briefly driving through your state. I think we're gonna be driving along the 40. Um, so I do love some drama and I do love to troll, but I've really been trying to mind my business and just do my job, do my work, focus on things that I am very effective at and passionate about, and that aren't likely to end me at like get me in court. But I mean, I'm watching and I'm listening and I'm reading the Reddits, and so I'm getting the updates, and there are some things that we've now come to the point where I need to say some things. I need to say some things. Um, so Eric Rader and his inability to shut his mouth, speaking on Selfless, speaking on Rika. I don't really give a shit what he says about me because I don't really give a shit about him. He can call me whatever the hell he wants to call me. I think Snappy Head is what I heard. Go to Reddit. There are so many better nicknames for me on Reddit. Um, but let me be very clear about some things. Number one, Eric. You get so mad about the way that I spoke to people at the org, yet when somebody comes into your chat and I quote, "Shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot." I mean, I'm just curious as to how that's different from what I would say at the org, because I'm pretty sure I was just like, "Who's this fucking idiot? Who's that fucking idiot? Look at this fucking idiot. Look at this coffin dodger." Yep, said it all. Said it to child traffickers. We'll say it again. Um, and when I met Eric in LA, he was so excited to meet me. He was so kind. He was so lovely. Um, maybe a little handsy with the hugs, whatever. Um, and as time went on and Selfless tried to continue that show with him and show grace when Eric was attacking people to try to be like, maybe he just needs a friend. Maybe he just needs somebody to listen to him. Maybe this, maybe that. Um, I know you've all heard Selfless. He can talk, okay? He could say words for a very long time. All the words. So many words, right? So many words, all the words. He Eric would scream over him, and then just scream for hours. And so when he did it to Rika and when he did it to the other people, I was not surprised. I was not surprised. Um, and then to be honest with you, he got real mad about DOA for whatever reason. And that became his white whale, and he cannot let it go. Like, we live rent free in Eric's head, but like, DOA has like a mansion, a free rent mansion in that man's head. And because of that, he is acting like a crazy person. Eric is acting like a crazy person, making up lies, screaming about things. Look, if you don't like me, awesome, cool. When's the last time I went live and protested about anything? When? Have I been like going on troll accounts because I'm bliggity blocked in your life? No, I don't care. I'm not subbed. I don't care. I wish that Selfless wouldn't watch as much as he does, but because Eric hurt him, they were friends. Selfless cared about him. We were in the middle of moving back from moving his stuff from Massachusetts here. And to not miss a time slot with Eric, we had to stop in the middle of that hurricane that went like all the way up to New York. We are at like like one of those service stations on the tollway, but of course it was the only one that was being remodeled. So there was like nothing. So it's pouring rain, pouring rain. And that's what he did. Just because Eric would get so mad if the links weren't sent out, if this wasn't done. Now, what did he do for this? Nothing, but I mean, that's not my business. So when the tide started to turn and when Eric could no longer contain himself, and when it was revealed to me that he had been screaming at other people in this movement, I mean, I was so good on all of that, right? But I did not feel the need to windmill, because I didn't have a close relationship with him, okay? But then he just keeps going and screaming, and I can't go on because I'm being bullied. Oh, please, with your 33 people watching you earn your bachelor's degree in flyering. I stole that from Liz Ferris. Props. But that's what he's out there doing. Huffing and puffing. Okay? Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. But he can't. He can't. He can't do that. He just has to windmill and run his mouth about people that are just trying to get away from him. Okay? Selfless doesn't want to be friends with him. Rika does not want to be friends with him. But not only does he like drudge up the past and past arguments, but now he's making things up. So let me clarify a few things. Let me clarify a few things. Because now Diane Etex, or however the fuck you say her name, I cannot be bothered to know. Cannot be bothered. My level of fucks for that person, negative 17. So I don't really care. She'll probably do a hit piece on me. She did one on Selfless along the lines of what Eric said. So let me clear up some things. Um, Selfless is divorced. The divorce is final. It happened in my home on a Zoom call. They had been separated for many years after a whole bunch of fuck shit that I'm not allowed to talk about. Because if I was, any questions that you have about him and what kind of a person he is would be put to bed. But because I have respect and because he's asked me not to, and out of respect for his former partner, I'm keeping my fucking mouth shut. But just know that there's a lot more to whatever the fuck you think you know. So, number one, he did not leave her to be with me. I paid $4.99 when his ass was up in Denver to be like, you should come to Austin. And when he drove his ass down here, that was the first time that I met him. Okay. So did not know any of the things. They had been estranged. They had been estranged. And now it is final. So, first of all the whole lead up and the whole setup to how our relationship happened is fake news, and I don't know why people feel the need to make things up. It's a great story. Oh, are you just jealous? Are you jealous? Well, we'll get to that. So, like, I'm sorry that you don't have a story where you were out protesting something that you cared about and then met somebody else that was also doing the same thing. And then it turned into something awesome. And now you are starting a new life together in a new city. I'm so sorry that that's not your story. But what you don't need to do is um, make up lies about people because you're butthurt about it. Okay. So these two idiots, in addition to that, so we are not going to Portland to grift because I'm going to Portland because I work for the state of Oregon. Portland, comma, Oregon. Oliver, selfless, is coming with me because he's my partner and because there's also a lot of music opportunities there. Uh, so many opportunities. Plus, we're very excited to meet Rika and do some protesting out there. So grifting, not it. But now it gets better because then they said that not only is he not divorced, but he's grifting for a ring for me. Well, first of all, way to ruin the imaginary engagement. You ruined my imaginary engagement. Rude, rude, rude. But also, besides the fact that I'm pretty sure that if he went on alive, it was just like, hey, y'all, I'm really trying to save up for a ring for pro. I bet y'all would help him out. And the grifting would be ended there because I bet y'all would hook it up. But we're not at that point. And that's that's not anybody's business whether or not we are or not, or like, we don't know. But like, here's the thing. No one has ever spoken about a ring. No one is grifting for a ring. So this seems like very specific information. It's giving like selfless actually crashed his car when he was drinking and driving and so Pearl helped him steal it. So that was all a hoax. It's giving very much Ellie, Nance, Glenn, Aaron Smith Levin bullshit. So to recap, um I am not a homewrecker. And if I was, I would own that shit, but I'm not. They were estranged for 3 years when we met. The divorce is final. Everybody ruined our imaginary surprise engagement, so now that's off. And, I don't know why Eric cannot keep Rika's name out of his mouth, but Rika is my friend, and Rika is an amazing person. They have done so much amazing stuff for Scientology, and the fact that Eric continues to lie about them and their personal life and their kids and their job, like, are you good, bro? Are you good? I mean, I know the answer is no. But just stop. Just stop, okay? Stop. I have been writing SQL code for 10 hours, and I have more packing to do. I don't wanna go on here and talk about my relationship because a whole bunch of people that I don't know are making up stories. This is stupid. But now since I'm here clarifying some things, I would like to address, uh, uh, a fraudacity explosion out of Aaron and Merlin, our lol cow friend to the stars, in the video where I discussed the EIN and where I discussed that it was not searchable. I very clearly said, it's likely, and I believe that this is going to be the EIN once their paperwork goes through. I said that. I said that because I believed it to be true. And oh my God, it is. Where I couldn't use it, in addition to just searching on the website that Aaron and Merlin like to bring up, that girl with the PhD. Okay, well, to all y'all with like whatever the fuck you don't have as far as degrees, let me clear this up for you. We, when we did Squirrel Fest in honor of KK, the goal was to donate that money in her name to the foundation. I received an EIN from Natalie and an EIN from Aaron. They were the same EIN. They just didn't work. And when I say they didn't work, we had access to a database where, when there are grants at the end of the year that have money that needs to be used, they can split it up among the different nonprofits in their database. Well, because the EIN didn't work, we could not put it into the database, which also meant that we could not donate that money there. It was not a whole lot, but it was some, and we were going to. So I never said that it was the wrong one. I said that it did not work now. Didn't work now. It probably will though. So for the hearing impaired folk here, um, because I do think that there are people that with the tone of my voice that they just tune it out. They just tune me out. So for the pearl voice impaired, no, I didn't say it was fake. No, I did not say it was fake. I said it was not showing up in a database and that it was likely that when the paperwork did go through, that it would work. And guess what? It did. So I did not ever say anything different than that. I've always stood by the fact that uh, the number was likely going to be the one when the paperwork went through, and it was. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what sort of vicious and vile lies I'm spreading about you, Aaron. I don't know why I'm making you cry, Merlin. And Feral Cheryl, you don't want me to play the voicemail that you left on my phone, screaming like a crazy person about Aaron Smith Levin's dick. Do you want me to play that? I don't think you want me to play that. So, when you are with your little fake boyfriend, Eric, maybe he's grifting for a ring for you. Oh, did I ruin your fake engagement too? So, when you're fucking around and finding out with Pinch and Becky, one party consent state, have our phone calls recorded, Becky. So, Becky, Beryl, Cheryl, and all the people that have called and said some fuck shit to me, I live in a one party consent state and I have the recordings. Do not fuck with me. Just stop. Stop. I don't care about any of you people that I've named. What I continue to do or not do for this community is going to be for the people that are still inside, for the friends that I have made that are survivors, and for the actual supporters here. I don't care about Aaron. I don't care about Merlin. I don't care about Feral Cheryl, which does make me sad because I did actually genuinely like her, and I still have my little body Peyton. And I am so sad that when she screams, I've never screamed at by him. I would never. It is so funny to me that her two besties are the two men that love to scream. to scream at women, non-binary people, men, everybody, everybody. So all of you people that are screaming, I'm being bullied, you have no idea what I've kept of you bullying me, bullying Liz, bullying Selfless. How much more? All I'm trying to say is that I don't give a fuck. So go find somebody else to lie about because I don't care. I don't care. I agree, Oregon Valley girl. I agree. It's just interesting to me the number of folks that have like reached out from Portland to help share information about stuff that's going on at that org, like as if they really want me and Selfless to like come out there and help. It's like wild, right? Seems like maybe we're pretty good at this. Seems like maybe Aaron forgot who the first person was to come out and answer his call to action to come to all these orgs and shut them down. Because pretty sure that Austin, not just alphabetically, but was the first to open. And I'm the one that went out there by myself at first. Okay. So I couldn't have been doing that bad. Um, did I make some mistakes when I was out there? Yeah. But when I look at the mistakes that everybody else makes, I'm just like, wow. No, as a with somebody with a PhD in measurement, I know how to put some stuff on a scale. And let me tell you, I'm like not even registering on that. And I'm tired of my friends being hurt by Eric, tired of my friends being hurt by Aaron. And I'm tired of having to say dumb things like, you ruined my imaginary engagement party. So that's what I came here to say. I know that I know that I still owe y'all some discovery. And yeah, he's talking about Laura too. I do know that I owe y'all some discovery, and that will probably happen once we're in Portland. Um, I know I do bring that Detroit fuck around and find out energy. But yeah, it's so I just all I'm trying to say is that like there is important work to be done, and there's a lot of important work to be done that has fuck all to do with Aaron Smith Levin or anybody in his orbit. All of his orbiters, who cares? I don't care. It's lovely that I'm allowed to live rent free in all of their homes, but like I or in their heads, but I just don't care. I don't care. I don't want I don't want to play in your sandbox because I know you already peed in it, Aaron. I don't want to play in your sandbox because I know you already were drunk driving to get there, Eric. In the same state where my best friend was murdered by a distracted driver, Eric. So, um, I know that you probably, Eric, think about the day that I will get on a live and windmill you so that you can put that into some sort of diddle bank. Well, here it is. Here it is. Um, so Eric, I don't know who's saying that you were an F sign toe, that you weren't an F sign toe. You sure as shit are acting like one now, so I honestly do not give a fuck. Same with Aaron. I don't know if they're controlled opposition. I don't know if they're OSA, but if they're acting like controlled opposition and they're acting like OSA and the results of their behavior are suggesting that, then like, does it really matter if that 1-0 flag is turned on? Yes, I have been thinking about data all day. Mind y'all's business. So, I mean, I don't think we all need to get along. Uh, but I also think that like if we're not friends and like we don't talk, like Get a fucking life, you weirdo. You weirdo. Um, I just don't know why you wanna demonize people like Lara and Rika and Selfless. And I really don't care if you demonize me because I could be loud and abrasive and whatever, but just stop. Gross. It's like the dumbest middle school ever. Do we just, like, need a bell to ring every 47 minutes and some lockers to go to. It would just, you know, make it all better. Yeah, that's true. There and that's a good point. So there is division. Anytime and it's not just movements, it's any group of people that are on the internet together, that all came in to watch the same thing, and then people fight, people in the chat fight, people come on, with their sock accounts and start a mess, and look, have been guilty. Uh, Trolls recognize trolls. I am a prolific troll. My trolling ground was definitely TikTok and not here. But like I recognize it and I recognize, the ones that are at least good at it. But I just don't have time to do that. Like I'm just trying to like pack up and do a really good job at work and make sure that I'm doing whatever I can to protect the kids and parents and teachers and staff at the Oregon Department of Ed. And oh god, no, I was a prolific troll. I had 50, 11 TikToks. I might still. I do. Um, I had just as many Discords too. And I used to have as many YouTube ones, but I got a new phone and now I just have Pearl Snappy and my business account. So how sad. Um, but yeah, I hope that once we get to Portland and I get everything set up, I could do the discovery stuff, because there's just hours of it, and I'll probably not show all of it when I go over it, but I'll post it all so that everyone can see. Because one of the most important things there, when everyone's talking about, like, "So and so swatting themselves." Okay, well, we have the evidence that that's just not true, so we know that the F Scientos and other random people in LA were just calling it in, so, a lot of the trolls are really disturbed, and a lot of the trolls are a small group of people, and, it's just kinda like I would say get a life, but, like, I remember in COVID and I was bored, and I was working from home, and I couldn't see anybody, I trolled the shit out of anything that I could. So, like, it's not like I don't understand, and I don't understand how it could be fun, but, I also, like, realized that I, like, hurt people when I did that and have, like, made amends with those people because it was not cool. I trolled the absolute shit out of Miss Ashy Cat. I mean, like, all the way from here to Baltimore and back. Has this movement improved my life or complicated it? Yes. Yes. Um, it's absolutely improved it. The friendships that I've made, like, my relationship with Selfless, like, KK, that friendship and losing her, learning a lot about myself and, um, how I stand up to criticism and how I deal with it. So I think, yes, Tilty, you were my first mod. Um, I think overall it has improved it, but I also think that it's complicated it in a lot of ways. But I mean, I would do it again. Um, Probably wouldn't swear at those kids though at the Pflugerville. episode, but I would still call the old people coffin dodgers because 'cause they're child traffickers, and I'm so sorry if I hurt the fifis. But yeah, there was a lot of swearing moments. There's a petition on Eric's YouTube to take his channels down. Yeah, I mean, and that's the other thing, like, who died and made him in charge of anything? Like, oh, I will always mention KK. We're coming up on a year, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to leave this state too. Um, I think so too, Mandy Me, and I think and honestly, that's okay. It's okay to be envious of people that, have what you're looking for, but instead of, like, hating them, just, like, maybe try to figure out, like, anything that they're doing differently from what you're doing and see if maybe that would improve your situation. I mean, like, I just don't understand, h how else to explain this to somebody. Um, yeah, I mean, he's got, like, a whole bunch of trolls on it, and I also understand that, and for a while, like, some of them are probably still here. Um, and whatever. I you know But whatever Eric's problem is, whatever any of these people's problems are, it's weird. It's weird bitch behavior. Eric is giving very much weird bitch behavior. It's like, quit giving off weird bitch behavior. Aaron, weird bitch behavior. Cheryl, weird bitch behavior. Also, please send me 5011 voicemails about bullying people. But like, I don't know. I expect that Eric will come on tomorrow and say how terrible I am, expected product behavior for the weird bitch that he is. It is weird bitch behavior. Ah, I got your electronic mail. I miss you too. And yes, I will provide you with the updated Portland address for an updated supply. Um, let's see. Are there any specific things in the chat that I missed that I should look at? You think? Get in your car. Just one last time on my way out of town. Yeah, the mm, read all my comments, just mine. It is though. I thought about getting my laptop out, then I was like, honestly, I've been on it all day, and I I was on the struggle bus with Power BI. I was a Tableau person, and now I'm teaching myself Power BI, and I wanted to hate it so much, and I don't. I don't hate it. I don't. I just don't hate it, and this is so nerdy, but the way that it works with SQL, oh my god. Like, if you're working in prod in SQL Server and you're like, "I really need that temp table because I need to be able to look at it and see if I did it right and what's going on," you can have that temp table just open in Power BI and you can analyze it, and, like, I lost, my mind. You have no idea what I just had to do. They wanted 1 line for longitudinal data. There was no data collected in 1920. They wanted a dotted line, so they want a solid line, and then for the missing data, they wanted, like a dotted line connecting it for every district. So, obviously I had to interpolate that, but then I didn't know how to make it, like, solid and dashed, so what I did was I made the full line a dotted line, and then I made error bars. I set upper and lower bounds, and I made error bars. with a solid line, so that filled in the solid parts because it just goes over the line. And I had the dotted one, and now the whole state of Oregon is using my template, and I've only been using Power BI for like a month, but my DAX code is legit, my M code is legit. I'm getting it. Getting it. So yes, I bent Power BI to my will, but now I will be emailing you questions because so I went from Tableau to Power BI, and honestly, I really like it. I really like it. Plus, if you know R or Python, you can write R and Python script in there. Okay, I don't like the DAX part either because I don't necessarily like whenever I try to do it, like open the DAX editor, like what a joke, it never works. I could create a measure using DAX, I can create a um like a column using DAX, but also Chat GPT. But I do really like Power BI. And if you're where you're working has like SQL Server, the way that they work together is just like chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. But be careful because they do have a problem with you could do a SQL injection and pull out the underlying table. So when you're dealing with suppressed data, that's an issue. Just me, it was flying over my head too, and I just had to say it out loud. No, we are not speaking English. I am so sorry. I had to get that out. Like everybody's like making this like beautiful art with paintbrushes and stuff, and I'm like sitting over there just like with all these data, and I'm like, well, I made pretty art too, and I don't care. Nothing nerdery, just nerdery. We needed a palate cleanser, so I figured either I'll entertain about 3% of you, and the remaining 97% could just be in the chat being like, "The is she talking about?" No, it's a nerd tab. This is the real me. This is like actual Pearl. This is like nerd Pearl. So, I hope that I'm not cutting out. Yeah, you're like, "What? What is she talking about?" Oh, so, is there a fake me? Is there a fake you? E So, yeah, it's so fun. I miss trying to keep up with chat. Oh my goodness. Get in your call. Get in your spreadsheet. Oh, and so here's the nerdy thing that is like not that nerdy. Um, so my number is 33. I mean, Jesus Christ here should appreciate that. Um, and I just found out that Oregon is the 33rd state. So that's pretty cool. I'm very excited. Um, so yeah, that should be nerdy enough for everybody to appreciate there. Yeah. Yeah, right. I'm protesting with code now. I was gonna say, I think I might be wearing mine. I'm wearing my I don't know. I have so many layers on. I don't even know. Oh, and I think I have things tucked into other things. Wait, what's David asking here? Just nodding in agreement. Like I totally know. Aw, thanks, Nero. Yeah, it's well, my the sleeve won't go up high enough, but I do have a but yeah, not the Mason connection though. Yes, still in Austin. and lots of boxes. Yeah, we will I will be very close to the Columbia River in my new hood. Very excited. There's a really big yard and the basement is huge and it's carpeted. So it'll be easier to soundproof. Also, there won't be the idiot across the street. Um, I can't wait to get away from her. I was really hoping that another musician was going to move into this house just to drive her crazy, but it turns out I think it's going to be like a quiet older lady. I guess I can't get everything, but she can get everything that Scientology, might ship out. Mm, probably the same amount. I just don't think people are going out as frequently. I don't know anything about what he did or did not do today. I have not been watching the tubes of you today, so cannot comment. Yeah, it's gonna be really nice. And like this house is very tiny. Um, it was like perfect for one person, and like we've made it work, but we both have a lot of stuff, and it's just like super tiny. I did hear that, Tilty, and that's delightful. Mhm. Yeah, I did see the arrested this. That's good. I know, we're excited too. Oh, there's lots of trolls in here. I mean, there's only certain ones that really like set me off. But I mean, if Selfless wants to conversate with Jesus, then I mean, who am I to kick Jesus Christ out of my chat? Um, I love that that was like the only chat that showed up on my screen. Oh, I miss seeing all your names and faces in here. So we are moving. The movie truck comes Saturday, which is just like, because I still have to work a full day tomorrow, and then I have to like figure out what's coming with us, what's not. I'll be trolling across the country now. Trolling with the homies. That's gonna be me. I'm excited. What's up, Lynn? So yeah. What time is it? It's 11:24. It is oh my it's so much stress. And it was almost worse stress, but I feel like every little disaster that has come up, I've somehow found a way around it. So, and I want to see it. I want to see it all. I want to see all the things. What's up, Heather? Hey. Yeah, of course. Aw, that makes me happy, BJ. I know the weather is going to be different. Although it's warmer in Portland than it is in Austin because it's like 20 degrees and like only 7 with the wind chill, which I find to be rude. Mama J, we are going from Texas to Oregon. Literally moving on up. Thank you, Renee. I'm so excited. The dogs are going to be So we're just gonna have to see. It is kind of Oregon Trail, but like the southern version. I'm so excited. Yeah, this will be, I think the furthest west I've ever lived is Phoenix. So this is definitely further west than there. Much further north. But I am excited. I do feel like I need to drive past the org and tell her get back in your cult. I know I'm gonna miss, there are so many things I'm gonna miss about Texas. I mean, like I fell in love with this place on so many levels, but I'm ready for a change and I really love working for the state. Like I love it. I love it. I don't know the last time I was this happy at a job, so just excited. Yep, the Pearl Snappy Westward expansion tour starring Selfless Self, Kenny Doggins, and Ziggy Stardust. I'm excited. Well, and my best friend from high school lives there, and so I can't wait to just have like a bestie that I've known for way too many years to say out loud. And um another friend from when I was in grad school, and he owns a coffee shop. He owns several coffee shops in Portland and one in Seattle too. So I'm excited. Free coffee, my besties. And also Rika, by the way, just in case like Rika wasn't like, because I know that, there's a couple of people that are just like, they don't do anything. They don't do a thing. So in the middle of all the things that they don't do for their kids and their job and their partner, uh, Rika was like, let me drive to every single house that you're interested in. And then like do the most detailed for somebody who is not allowed in the house, like the most detailed, like here's what the neighborhood looks like putting the phone over the fence so we could, like, see in the backyard, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for Rika's, real estate, sleuthing skills, 10 out of 10. So, yeah. But I'm glad that, I got to see a lot of you folks. Um, yeah, the change will be good. Change will be good, and I will try to not be a stranger. I will do the discovery. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was salty. I was salty after Eric ruined my imaginary surprise engagement. I was very upset. And I did not want to, I was like, I'm not gonna do my discovery. I don't want to do it anymore. But then the more I hear about like, well, Scotty's just swatting himself, and people from Austin agreeing with that in Eric's chat. Somebody who was swatted themselves, Miss Kim, was swatted herself. I have on the call sheet from the police history of swatting. I have the names and the cell phone numbers of all the people who called the police on us. All F Scientos. Some from LA. The ring could have been in the Cracker Jack box, and I don't even think we would have needed to grift for that. I'm pretty sure we could afford Cracker Jacks. I mean, this move, it is stupid to move your stuff across the country, but I think we could afford like a Cracker Jack box. You gotta return the yep, take back all the imaginary gifts. I gotta delete that imaginary registry, take back my imaginary dress, imaginary ring bearer pads for the dogs, everything. How terrible. Ridiculous. All the wasted imaginary food. Yep. And the band. Well, that's Lara, so hopefully Lara could just be okay with it. Pardon me as I go off screen to obtain a beer that I'm sure everyone's gonna then be talking about too. It's 11:30 at night, and Pearl's not driving anywhere, and she's having the lowest alcohol beer that there is. And am I did okay, I did. I had 3 Power BI windows open and SQL Server. Uh, that it was very I know, I do. I drink beer. Can you believe it? And also, here's the thing, would I ever and I'm not saying that anybody should or shouldn't have done something, but I'm just saying for y'all, I will never take a motherfucking drug test for any of y'all. Ever. 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 Could it be me? It's Miller. Yes, it's the Miller Lite. No, I mean, it's like, first of all, I'll just tell you, cannabis, Adderall, 'cause I have a prescription, and a multivitamin. I know. I'm kinda windmilling him a little bit about it, but because I no, absolutely not. I would never. I would just would never. I mean, like, I thought doing it for a job. The only time that I, ever had, like, it's the only time that I've ever, like, used my PhD and, like, oh, like, wielding it to try to get something that I wanted. Oh, and also, I did pay my, um I did pay my fine, so I am all done. I paid off my own reactive fine, and I'm not doing it anymore. I made up my own reactive mind, and I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm so evil. She made up songs about upside down monster. Such a monster. And we'll do it again, and I will call them coffin dodgers. And every time and I just want to be so clear for anybody who is familiar with the UK version of Shameless. When I call them coffin dodgers, I mean it in the, like, drunkest, frank way possible. Yeah. Like, picture Pearl Gallagher, Pearl Frank Gallagher. That's, like, what I would like to like, when I'm saying that specific phrase, like, when especially because he's like, "Oh, I'm off, you coffin dodger," and I'm like, "Ooh, I just love it." I just, you know. Also, I may or may not be rewatching the UK Shameless for, like, the 13th time, it's fine. It is my comfort blanket, like that and Roseanne. Yeah. Oh, so good. Okay, well, that's we're not doing that anymore. Yeah, you do need to watch Billions. You do need to watch Billions, and then, we're gonna talk about, do all billionaires only speak in ridiculous metaphors? Why do they make a Godfather reference every single episode? And do you kind of think that selfless is kind of like Chuck Road sometimes? Okay, me too. It's my comfort show too. Feel a bit insidey, outsidey. Well, y'all both talk in paragraphs. I'm like over here speaking in bullet points. Oh, I can, but I also know I watch most people's like eyes glaze over. Okay, wait, was this? Wait, did you? Was the Star Trek question? It could not have been for me. It must have been for Selfless because I might want to just ask again. Also, Busta Festo, Christy. Busta Festo. Who really is? Oh, I think that my sound isolation is too much for them to actually hear you clearly. By design. Just kidding. Where am I? Or am I? We'll never know. You should absolutely do that. You should like I'll just set up like a I'll set up like another little area in my personal server in Discord and just set it up for y'all. You can just stream it. I don't know if they can hear you. You have a secret. Tell me about it. They can't hear you. Yeah, 0%. Apple's voice isolation is pretty legit. My fingers? My fingers. Oh, are you looking for the imaginary ring? Eric ruined the imaginary surprise. I hope so. Oh yeah, no, she like Merlin Lolcow Honig can just cry herself a big giant comfort peen, or she could just crochet herself a big old comfort peen and nighty night. Yeah, yeah, a body pillow size one. That should keep her busy. What's up, Jody? Yeah, just that. I think that is the right choice. True. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people were thinking that because everybody was talking about how we were just gonna like spend $10,000 to move across the country to grift for a wedding ring. The math is not mathing. Yeah, crochet a bucket too. And milk her lol cow ass into. I just like to well, I like to say Merla instead of murder. I like to say Merla. And so I'm just like, it's too close. So I'm just gonna call her Merlin. 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 Also, Merlin, leave my people alone. Leave my people alone. Don't you be bringing up just one Jewish person, and the two y'all are speaking for the rest of us folks. We reject that. Thank you. Eric, I think so. I don't see why we wouldn't. Minnieville's not far from Portland, and that's where the Mini Blue is, which is why I think they call it Mini Blue because then Minnieville. Oh, Baby Blue. Sorry. Yeah, good call, Heather. I wasn't real sure what that was all about. Yeah, okay, I thought so. I thought that was somebody fixing to try to like, oh, by the way, Oliver P, now that you're watching from from the hallway, from the hallway. Aaron Smith Levin says my full name so many times, so many times. Not a secret. It's not a secret. There are court documents because the state of Texas versus me. Late to the party though, bro. I mean, you should have just led with that. Like, why didn't you just come in and make your account with my full name next time? Why don't you do one better? Why don't you go find a picture of my mom and then come in with her name and put that in there? How about you do that? I'm waiting. Yeah, he can. Uh, the fact that anyone still is in there being like, yes, okay. Oh, also, speaking of exactly peaceful drama, Dr. Leslie Perlman, comma PhD. Hello. It was doxed in the whatever the fuck Discord it was at the beginning. Like my whole LinkedIn and everything was doxed. So like not a big thing. Like okay, but yeah, all the people that are still in there hanging out with Aaron, hoping that he'll recognize them. I don't understand. It's weird. It's weird bitch behavior. I mean, if you want to surround yourself by somebody who gaslights and screams and makes up lies and like, I mean, cool. I mean, that's like you do you, but I don't. I don't really have anything for any of those people anymore. I'm sad that I had as much as I did for them in the first place. But I'm not a dirty deleter, so I got all my texts with Aaron too. I did not record that phone call, regretfully. But Becky, Farrell Cheryl, has she? Well, my thoughts on anybody who decides to tie themselves to Aaron Smith Levin is I think that all the people that could possibly be dating them should be very grateful that for some reason he is keeping them out of the dating pool. Yeah, the cry and demand. The cry and demand. Um, it's one of the most commonly used, but not always as effective as him, tactics of an abuser. The tactic of an abuser. Oh my god, I just got caught. Aaron, you're so sad with your big feelings. With your big feelings. Okay, T, thanks for stopping by. I saw you in here earlier, but I was like mid rant on something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, he can go on wishing that I would I don't know, change my mind or whatever, but like I don't know what is wrong with Cheryl. I don't know if she's just a little trout, what? I don't know. She just I don't know. I don't know. What's up, Grim Adam? I'm not sure. It could be sunk cost, but why is she also like super besties with Eric? I don't know, maybe that's what she's into. For somebody who likes to scream at the top of their lungs, that they don't like to be around abusive men and that they would never do what a man tells them. Like, ma'am, if you weren't directed to leave the voicemail that you left for me, then like mm, it's like I just and again, it that one hurt both me and Selfless because we really liked her. And that was sad. That was sad. Oh, he needs to start his own chapter of Rageaholics, but yeah, he just can't give it up. He's like, it's it's sad to me. It's sad that all that he could do. Yeah, he's going after Scientology up north, going after Matt, going after Oliver, going after Rika, going after me. It's just like, what? Like, are you good? Yeah. Oh yeah, saying that Lara isn't a survivor anymore. Like, yeah, he so I don't know who died and put him in charge of like who's the survivor, like who gets to go protest, who's doing protesting the right way, but it's just kind of like how many people, let me start that over. How many times has you stapling shit to a thing caused an entire grand opening and David Miscavige's day to be ruined? Oh, none. Was it zero times? Oh, is he going after Surge now too? Okay. See, this is so he's just a desperate little nugget. It's very much giving Scientology. And I think that this is a good example of how Scientology damages people. It's like, I'm not getting the attention that I want. So, like a toddler, I guess any attention is good attention. And then Boo's, oh no, baby Eric. Oh, do you need a burpee? Well, not really. Not really. Trying to be the one to burp him. Okay. Yeah. Cheryl can go over there and give a little burpee. Yeah. Goes after Lara, says that she's not a survivor. Um, I mean, yeah, he's saying that because of her proximity to DOA that she no longer can claim to be a survivor. So, uh, he's obviously going through it, and it's obvious that he's been going through it for a while. And Selfless tried to help him the best that he could. And there's only so many times you can try to help somebody, and while they're screaming in your face. So it does spread faster than COVID, and I just I hope he finds what he's looking for, but it's just not gonna be from here. Yeah, it is. Right, Doctor Who, Heather? Yeah, Heather has some, like, ridiculous screaming voicemails as well from Feral Cheryl. They're pretty similar. The only thing is, like, the iPhone, when it translates my name, it always translates it to Wesley, and so, like, when you read The transcript, it's like, "Hey, if you're here talking to me about Aaron Dick, I don't want to know anything about Aaron Dick. Everyone, I just woke up. I'm sleeping. People are talking about Aaron Dick." And I'm like, I was not calling about his peeing. Ew. Yeah. As you wish. Yeah, I'll have to play that at some point. What's up, Rika? I was just in here windmilling for you a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Rico.
All right, so this is already we're at 71 minutes. It is 8 minutes until my bedtime, because now I have a job and I don't have to like drift on the internet anymore. So I will talk to you all soon. We'll go. I'm sure we'll do lives along the way on our road trip. Just not while we're driving. Um, and for sure once we get there. And I'm very excited um to show y'all our new place there. Let's see. Is it possible that our father's passing? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, Lynn. But yes, um, I love all of your faces. I will definitely take you along, and I'm sure that Selfless will too. It's gonna take us about 7 days to get there, so I'm sure we'll be stopping along the way. Thank you so much, Eric. And me either. So I will talk to you all soon. It was so lovely to see all your faces. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye.